Welcome to the Guardianly podcast. I'm Garrett.
And I'm Lila. At Guardianly, we're on a mission to modernize the phone call experience, to make it safer, smarter, and more productive. A big part of that mission is protecting you from the growing crisis of scam and spam calls that target millions of people every day.
Technology alone isn't enough. Education is just as important. That's why we share real scam stories with lessons you can use to protect yourself and your loved ones.
Today's story is different. It's not about an individual victim, but a charity. A beloved animal welfare organization that thought it was receiving a $95,000 estate donation, only to discover it was all a sophisticated fake check scam that left them in unexpected debt.
So let's walk through what happened.
This story comes from reporting by the Richmond News, and it begins with an email that seemed like a blessing. The Regional Animal Protection Society, or RAPS, is a well-known animal charity in Richmond, British Columbia. They run a cat sanctuary, a hospital, adoption programs. They rely on donations to survive.
One day, they received a message from someone claiming to be settling the estate of a recently deceased partner. According to the email, this person's last wish was to donate $95,000 to RAPS in support of animal welfare in the care of their dog.
It didn't stop there. A letter arrived next, supposedly from a law firm managing the estate, and attached to it was a check. A real check, or at least one that looked incredibly real. It appeared to be issued by the Ontario Ministry of Finance.
For a charity constantly juggling tight budgets, this was transformative news. RAPS deposited the check. The funds appeared in their account. And so, doing what any nonprofit would do, they immediately put the money to work, using it to continue renovations at their cat sanctuary.
But then came the twist. The same lawyer reached out again. They said there had been a mistake. The estate wasn't supposed to donate $95,000, only $25,000. Could RAPS please return the extra $70,000?
And this is where the scam becomes clear. This is a classic overpayment scheme. But instead of an individual selling something on Facebook Marketplace, this time the victim was an organization, a charity that trusted what looked like an official government check.
Thankfully, before RAPS refunded anything, their bank called. The check was fake. The funds weren't real. And the supposed estate lawyer didn't exist.
RAPS did the right thing by freezing all movement immediately. They didn't lose $70,000 to the scammers, but they did lose something else.
Because the check had appeared to clear, the charity had already used the money, moving funds around internally and paying contractors for improvements to the sanctuary. When the bank reversed the deposit, those funds were pulled back out of their account.
Meaning RAPS was suddenly on the hook for nearly $95,000 of expenses they thought were covered. They described it as heartbreaking, not because of a mistake they made, but because someone weaponized generosity and charity to commit fraud.
RAPS reported everything to police and to the Ontario Ministry of Finance, and they've issued a public warning to other nonprofits. Scams are evolving, and charities are now being targeted with the same fake check playbook used on individuals.
So what can we learn from RAPS's experience? Here are a few key takeaways.
First, always verify large donations, especially estate gifts. Call the law firm independently. Confirm with the supposed funder using official contact information, never the number given in the email.
Second, treat any overpayment request as a major red flag. Whether it's a charity, a business, or a personal sale, scammers often send fake money and then demand a real refund.
Third, remember that checks can appear to clear long before a bank confirms they're real. Funds in your account do not mean the check is legitimate.
And finally, build a verification protocol within your organization. Nonprofits, churches, and community groups should have a formal process for confirming unexpected donations before spending or reallocating funds.
So that's today's story, Raps's Close Call. A reminder that even organizations built on trust and compassion can be targeted with increasingly sophisticated fraud.
Next time on the Guardianly podcast, we'll explore another real-life case. A different scheme, different tactics, but the same lesson. Scammers are out there, and awareness is your best protection.
Thanks for joining us today. If Raps's story resonated with you, share this episode with someone you care about. The more people we reach, the harder it becomes for scammers to succeed.
Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and remember, Guardianly is here to protect your calls, your connections, and your peace of mind.